good, YouTube? It's Rage Real. So in today's video, I want to show you guys my favorite play in Madden 22 that bombs every single cover shell. So if you enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn those post notifications on. So one thing I do want to say before I get into the video is that if you like this video or if you like the schemes that I'm giving you, please make sure you hit me up about getting yourself a custom ebook. So the way my personal ebooks work is, let's say you like a formation like Gun Bunch out of the Patriots Playbook. And also, by the way, I am in the Patriots Playbook for this play. So anyway, let's say you like something out of Gun Bunch, right? And you want me to make a scheme around Gun Bunch. So what you do is you hit me up, say, hey, can I have a scheme from Gun Bunch from the Patriots Playbook? And I'll say, sure, you know, price $15, so you'll pay me $15. And then I'll make a video just like you're seeing right now. And then I will send that to you so you can have that. So if you're interested in my personal schemes or my personal, ebooks, let me know and I will get with you on that. So anyways, let's go and get into this. So the formation we're going to be talking about is trips tight end. So as far as personnel goes, you want to make sure you have your best receiver right here in this position. Now, I have extras here to show you that you actually don't really need your best receiver, but in some scenarios, it's going to help to have that, that greater route running. So that's why I have DK Metcalf in this position, but you want to make sure you have DK Metcalf in this spot whenever you want to run this play. So regardless, the play that we're talking about is going to be this patch wide end. So as far as defense goes, I guess I'm going to be showing you guys man, I'm going to show you cover 6, I'm going to show you cover 2, cover 4 quarters, and I'm going to show you versus cover 3. And at the end of the video, I will show you a gameplay clip of me actually using this play in game. So let's go and dive right into this. So let's go ahead and talk about cover 3. Now I'm going to spend a little bit of time on cover 3 because cover 3 is actually the hardest cover shell to beat. So I want to make sure you guys actually know that you can beat it. Yes, it can be beat, but you need to make sure you throw this ball correctly because the timing of this play is really crucial. Because if you don't have to time it down, I don't recommend you run this play because you will throw a pick if you don't throw this play right. So let's go and get into the setup. So for cover 3 or any non-match / man coverage, so again, any non-match or man coverage, you want to run this setup right here. So you want to take X, and I like to put him on an in route. You can put him on a drag if you want, or you can block him. I personally recommend you blocking both your running back and your tight end, so that way, because you're going to need to be able to buy time with this play because you're going to wait for this route to go ahead and develop. So you're going to need a little bit of time, and I suggest you have an escape artist quarterback or just, a team that has really good linemen or something like that, like the Eagles or something. So regardless, this is the setup that you want to do. Now, one thing is that you can test out yourself whenever you go and kind of see how this play works for yourself. You can actually take X and put them on a delay fade and just see how that works. Now, I actually have not done that, but just because in game, I just rather try to buy time and throw my bomb or throw it away. That's me personally, but you can try playing around with delay fade and see if that helps, or you can actually try putting them on a curl route to kind of hold that user from going to run with this square route. But like I said, I haven't tested both of those, so what I recommend you do is either putting them on the in route or blocking them. So I'm actually going to block them just because, honestly. So right here I'm going to spy these 3 just so I can ensure I have time, so I can show you guys exactly how this is going to work. So what you want to look for is you want to look at that middle safety. Now you want to kind of drift this way. Now when he stutters, after he stutters, you want to go ahead and throw that ball right there, and you want to be able to get a possession catch animation. Now that's why you kind of want your best receiver there, because your best receiver is probably going to hold on to that and actually be able to make a play on that. So let me go and show you that again. I'll show you press too as well, so you can see about press. Even though press is kind of broken, so not a lot of people are going to be pressing you, honestly, or if they are, a lot of times you can put a fade and beat them, but I may put a video on that if y'all want me to. But just a quick way you can actually do that. As of this video's coming out, you're able to do that. Now they might patch it, who knows. But anyways, as of now, you're able to do that. But regardless of not what this video is about, so let's go and snap the ball. So right here, we're going to look for the same thing. You want to wait for him to kind of stutter, and then you want to throw that ball right after he stutters. Now, the problem is, you see how he got out of range? That's going to happen if you don't have enough throw power. So that's why I said cover 3 is one of the hardest ones, because we threw that ball when we were supposed to, but the problem was we got an out of range on him. So let me go and kind of speed this up so I can show you. So what's going to happen is you're going to read the safety. That's all I was doing, was reading him. Now, you don't want to throw it. You're going to be tempted to throw this ball right now. You don't want to do that because you actually will throw a pick. So once he stutters, the reason I say you don't want to throw that ball, because if you throw this right here, he's going to do a stutter animation. He's going to throw that ball like somewhere like right here, and you're going to throw a pick 10 out of 10 times. So you want to wait for him to stutter, and then you want to throw this ball right when he starts to go. And you see right here, I try to pass lead him outside. but I got it out of range for whatever reason, and that's why, you know, it was underthrown, because it was open, it was just underthrown. So now I do want to show you one time what it looks like versus a deep half. So it's not as good as it was last year at glitching out the deep half, because the deep half actually has time to recover. I don't understand why it works that way, but I'll go and show you that guy. I should go and show you that real quick before we move on. So watch the deep half. See how he kind of glitches out, but look at how he's able to recover. So you see how it's almost like that deep half is actually going to be able to defend it because of how he actually recovers. Now that's the change from last year. So I don't recommend running this versus cover 3. So like, don't be like, oh, my opponent's cover 3, let me run this cover 3 beater, because it can beat, as you can tell, but it's not the best at beating it. So that's why I said I really don't recommend you. So if you want to kind of defense for it too, just put a deep half by your corner, and normally that'll take care of it, as far as what I'm seeing, you know, before Madden updates and, you know, things go crazy. But regardless, we're going to move on. So with any zones, I highly recommend you do this setup. Now, cover 2 is the only exception. So for man, match, and cover 2, I want you guys to do this setup right here. So let's go to oh, I'm on the wrong controller, my bad. So let's go to cover 2 right here. So for cover 2, you can do the same setup, but if they put him in a middle third, that's where we're going to use this other setup. So for middle, I'm putting him back in a mid read, right? So you can still do the same setup I'm going to show you, where we just put him on the in route, or we block him. It's going to be the same thing. And what you're going to notice is that that deep half is actually going to get glitched out to the middle, and then that's just, you know, we could put any receiver out there and get that. You don't even need to be fast, because I mean, that's just literally wide open at that point. But if they start trying to do this setup right here, let's go back to cover 2. Let's say they do this, right? So I'm gonna show you what happens if we run our normal setup, so you can understand why exactly I say that. So let's say we block our tight end, block our running back, right? And then we go and snap the ball. Now I want you to watch that vertical hook. So watch how he actually matches that, and we glitch out the deep half, and we're actually able to throw that. But look at how that vertical hook played that. And for those of y'all that didn't see, I'm actually going to replay really quick, because it was, I'm pretty sure you probably didn't know where he came from. So this is actually the guy right here who matched him. So this is our vertical hook. So watch what he does. So right here, he's actually going to man match that. We glitch out the deep half. Now the middle third, he's going to kind of keep going. That's why we're going to be able to throw this ball out here, because that deep pass supposed to be out there. So it's a one-on-one with that vertical hook. And if that vertical hook player is pretty good, then a lot of times that's not going to be open. But we don't want to have to worry about that. We want wide open touchdowns, right? We don't want some vertical hook trying to take away our glory, right? So let's go and set up the same defense, right? So let's go and spy these 3. Here we go right here. Now for this setup, you just want to take triangle, put them on a streak. Take X, you know, you can put them on the in route if you want. It's completely up to you, but the only thing that matters is taking them and putting them on a streak. So originally, this is the route he's on, like a wheel route. So you want to take them and put them on a streak. Now you might think, bro, that's probably not going to make that much difference, right? So let me go ahead and show you. So we're going to do the same exact thing where we block the tight end, and now we're going to be good, right? So snap the ball. Now watch the vertical hook. So now you see how he matches on the square. So what's going to happen now is that we're just going to have him just completely wide open for a one-play touchdown. Like I said, your opponent cannot run cover 2. So that's why this play is honestly really good, because they cannot run cover 2. And most people love this setup. Most people you play against are going to use this setup right here, where they do this, and then they're going to use this guy right here. Now, one thing I want to test out real quick, because I haven't actually tested it out, because what you're going to notice is somebody runs this defense, they're probably going to use this guy, right? So I actually want to see this for myself, because I actually haven't tested it out. So let's put him on a delay fade, and then let's actually go ahead and block him. And let's put him on a streak, right? Because if he's using that guy out there, for one, I'm running the ball every time. But if you don't want to, or he's using this guy, then we're going to actually make him have to choose somebody. So let's see how this works, actually, because I'm just curious, that's all. So what you're going to do is release that delay fade. Yep, you can still throw that. That's actually pretty crazy. My delay fade didn't release, but as you can tell, you can actually put a delay fade. So if their opponent wants to go using that, then go ahead and hit you with a delay fade right there if they want to play zone. So last thing I actually want to test out just to see, because like I said, I actually haven't tested out, so we're actually going to live test it out right now, is let's actually see what happens if we put a curl route. Because if we are able to put his curl route and still glitch it out, that's going to be great for us, because let's say he's using this guy, right? So now he has to decide if he wants to cover that curl route, or if he wants to go run and defend that one-play touchdown. So this is the setup right. Oh, take triangle, put him on a streak just like that. And let's actually just see, man, because sometimes if you run it too deep, they actually won't glitch out. Yep, you can tell right there. You see how he didn't glitch out, and right there, that'd be a pick. That's what I was trying to explain to you guys, that something as simple as a curl route can actually mess up a whole, you know, design and setup of a play. So don't put him on a curl route. Just keep him on delay fade if you want to kind of, you know, play around with the user in that way. So regardless, you can tell that is how we bomb cover 2. So let's go on to cover 4 quarters, right? We're going to talk about cover 4 quarters, cover 6, man coverage, and that's going to be the end of the video after the gameplay. So let's go and spot these 3 right here. So we are against cover 4 quarters. Now we're going to do the same setup. Now, against any type of match coverage, you just want to use this setup right here. or put a tight end on in route, or you can actually just block them, depending on whatever you want to do. And we're set just like that. So watch what's going to happen. So this is why I said I recommend your best receiver right there. And right there, that actually happens a lot to where they both actually bump into each other because of the man match principle. So let me go ahead and show you that. So that's why I said that I actually prefer you to use this setup, because if you put him on a streak, then he's actually not going to be able to he's actually going to be able to stay on top of that for whatever reason. But the good thing is that how they actually play man match this year, he actually slides to go guard that, but in sliding and guarding that, he's going to bump into him, and that's actually just going to create a natural pick route. It would normally you're actually going to have a one-play touchdown. So to show you that how consistent that is, I'm actually going to run that again. Now this time I actually will press. Now in pressing, it might be a little different, but if they're playing off coverage, more than likely they're actually going to be able to get that kind of animation every single time. So let me go and show you that right here. So you see how right there they actually didn't bump, and what you're going to notice is that right there it's pretty much just a foot race at that point between you and that cornerback. That's why I said I recommend you highly recommend you to put your fastest receiver right there, or your number one receiver right there, so that way you can create that separation. So let's actually go ahead and move on to cover 6. So here we go with cover 6. Go ahead and spot these 3 right here, and then we're going to go ahead and just snap this ball, block him. Well, we're going to put him on the in route this time just because. And that in route is really just to make the user think that's where we're going to go. We're going to wait for that corner, well, that safety glitched out. And like I said, it's just a one-on-one scenario from that way. I recommend your best receiver, because you're going to get these one-on-one matchups, so you need to make sure you're able to win them. Now, last thing I want to talk about is man coverage, and then I'll be showing you gameplay, and that's going to be the end of the video. So I want to show you with the deep half, because most people probably try to run just to, you know, press man, and that way, as right there, we do get a win animation. You see him, he is going to get glitched out, and at that point, we actually can chunk that ball up, but he's actually able to recover. But if you have your best receiver, then that's the difference between a pick and a touchdown. A lot of times, I can't really say too much. All I can do is tell you, I can just tell you what works basically. And this is actually good for people who like to do, who put their best cornerback on their best receiver. So like you see Algiers on Metcalf. A lot of times that's why I like to have like Estridge or somebody, because you're not actually going to have some top tier cornerback on him most of the time. And if they do have a top tier cornerback on that, just, go ahead and feed DK Metcalf on whoever, somebody guarding him who's not really as good as him. So like I said, it's a lot of things you can do with this. As you can tell, he gets glitched out right there, and we're able to just honestly get a step on. You see right there, it just depends on what kind of animation you get. I can't tell you guys what kind of animation you get. I can just tell you what works. So last thing I do want to show you though, before I show you gameplay, is what happens if they run a cover style. I don't know, something like this maybe, where they just have that middle third right there. Now, like I said, middle thirds are going to do a great job of actually kind of playing this. That's why this throw is so hard, because of the middle third. So again, let me go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. Like, he doesn't really glitch out, as you can tell. You want to wait from the stutter, and then you be able to throw that ball, and all that matters is just if you get separation or not. So here goes some gameplay. But that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Do let me know if you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you enjoyed this play. I had a lot of fun running this play. But regardless, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I do hope you have a blessed day. I'm Rage Rail, and I'm out.